Hello everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. So in the last video, uh, I have given some brief about the Jupyter Notebook, and that video was dedicated to those people who really want to learn the Python language. So in that row, this is my second video where practically we are going to start our Python language learning. So this is my in Finder my folder, that is j underscore notebook. Inside that I have created last time this demo.ipynb. So for today's session I am just going to create one new file, ipynb file, and I'll give the name to this file data type. Basically we are going to learn today data type in Python. So let me change this to the markdown, and I will write here that is data type in Python. So what are the data types available in the Python and what is data type? We'll learn these 2 points here, and also in this video I will try to cover 2 or 3 data types, and I will give some brief description about those. So first, what is data types? So data types is nothing but, yeah, before that I just want to mention one thing, that I'm targeting to those people who really don't know about the any programming language. So might be I'm going to get very basic things, I'm going to explain few things. So this is a very basic session to those people who really don't know about any programming languages, and if someone knows, then those person easily grab these whatever I'm going to explain. So what is data type? First of all, so data type is nothing but a value, you can say it is a value in Python, or if I would say that it is defined by the values it can take. So basically data types itself define that what kind of value it's gonna take. So what I want to say, just I'll update you here. So let's say we have several data types in Python. I would like to mention here few of them, like int, float, boolean, what else, string, we have list, we have tuple, we have set, we have dict, and uh, we can create our custom data types. So basically we have these kind of data types available. So let me create one new cell here, that would be the code cell. Okay, plus one new cell, and here we'll learn about the int. So let's say what is int. Int is a data type, and this data type is nothing but a number. So whatever we know, right, 1 2 3 4 and so on, are the numbers, everyone knows about it. So these kind of numbers called as in the data type sense, that is the integer. So if we are talking about 1, this is a integer data type. 2 is a kind of integer data type. So these are the data type in terms of the integers. So let's go through the few of data types here. So I hope that that is very clear, that as I mentioned earlier, that it defined by the values it can take. So if some data type, if any variable is going to take a data type 1 or 2, then that is the data type integer. Let me write it here. So we'll change it to markdown, and we'll learn the integer here. So basically, what is integer? So 2, 1 plus 2. So this is a very basic operation in mathematics which we do. So this comes under the integer kind of data type, and if I am going to press the shift enter, and I am going to get the result as 3 here. So this is a very basic data type, that is integer. Let's say I want to talk about the float. So what is float? Float is nothing but a floating value, like decimal value, which contains the decimal value. So let's say 1.2. 1.2 is a decimal value, and this comes under the float data type. So basically all this decimal related uh, values comes under the float value. So let's say here I am going to write 2.1, shift enter, this is 3.2. This is very basic operation which we do, that also we can do in the Python. So now the third one will look, that is the bool. So basically bool is nothing but the data type which contains two values only, that is true or false. Either something will be true or false. This comes under the bool data type. So if I write true, you can see now this is in the green, so this is predefined one. This is false, so that could be true or false, nothing else. Okay. Here why this printed to false? Because in the Jupyter notebook, whatever the last line will be, that comes as a output. Like if I am going to write here 2 plus 2 and then shift enter, then that would be 4. It's not going to print the 1 plus 2. So always, every time for each cell, the last line it's execute actually and update that as a output basically. So this is nothing else. Now I am talking about the data types, and I am saying that okay, this is the integer data type, this is a float data type, this is a boolean data type. So but how I should prove myself here? So this is very simple. So might be whatever I'm going to write, that is too early to explain those things, but yes, be with me in coming sessions, you are going to learn about that. So last time in the previous session I just printed one hello world, I guess, with the print statement, print method you can say. Don't worry if you don't know about these things, I am going to explain in the coming videos. So let's say here I am going to write there is one method type, and inside that I am just going to write type 1, and if I am going to execute it, I can see the output is int, which proves that this 1 is the int data type. Now if I am going to write the same thing here, type 1.2, see this is float. Now if I am going to write type false, see this is the bool type. So basically type is, just imagine this is a method where we give some input and it says us what kind of data type for this input, which kind of data type is this input. Basically this explains that. Okay, so I think this is pretty much clear about this data type, that what is integer, what is float data type, what is boolean data type, and we can do any operations of mathematical operations with the numbers. So we can do anything with the int and float, even with the true and false also, but we need to convert that into integer. So these conversion things I'll explain in the upcoming videos. So here my agenda was only to describe the data types. So this is a very basic thing about what is data type. So I'll just repeat again, data type is nothing but it's defined by how data type defined. It defined by the values which it can take. So if some variable is going to take the number, that is the int data type. decimal number, that is a float data type. True or false, that is the pool data type basically. So I hope guys you know about now about what is the integer data type, what is float data type, what is boolean data type. Might this will help, and definitely this is very basic thing. If you know some programming language, might be you think that this is very basic, but yes, my audience who really don't know about any programming language, for those person I'm just targeting to explain these things. So my next video I'll try to explain about something, some operations with the help of this integer, float or bool data type, that would help us to understand more mathematical operations on this, and then I will jump to the rest of the data types, that is a string, list, because these are the some big kind of data types which each one will might be take one video from my side. So guys, thank you, thanks for watching.